So we got David Benavidez taking on Demitrius Andrade this weekend. I've done a video about it before, so I'm just going to recap what I said in that video. I think that Demitrius Andrade has the skills to beat David Benavidez. I'm just not sure whether he's big enough or young enough, because he's, 35 years of age now? I think David Benavidez is 26, so he's like 9 years younger than Demitrius Andrade. He's naturally much bigger. He's relentless. He's got great stamina. And Andrade is a guy who's been roughed up in a few fights, including against Liam Williams. He does have that southpaw thing going for him. He's a fast starter. He tends to drop people or sting people early. There's the possibility he could do that to David Benavidez as well, maybe catch him cold with something. And Benavidez hasn't fought that many southpaws. He's fought a few, but nobody at a particularly high level. And as I've said many times before, pressure fighters tend to struggle more with southpaws than, let's say, boxers do. If you've got an orthodox fighter who's a boxer, not a pressure fighter, he will normally, I'm generalizing here, but he will normally do better against the southpaw than the typical pressure fighter who tends to fight more square, not as side on, so they're more open to that southpaw left hand down the middle, and they're often willing to take shots to land their own. The one fighter who beat Marcus Maidana most comfortably and comprehensively was not Floyd Mayweather or Amir Khan, two orthodox fighters. It was the southpaw Devon Alexander. Now, I know that Maidana beat Victor Ortiz, who was also a southpaw. Ortiz was more of a squared up southpaw, which takes away the southpaw advantage, whereas a side-on southpaw has the advantage of those unusual angles to an orthodox fighter. And that's what Devon Alexander was, a side-on southpaw. Beat the brakes off Maidana. So I can see how a slick, sharp punching, rangy southpaw like Demitrius Andrade beats David Benavidez in theory, but I just can't get those fights he had against people like Liam Williams out of my head, where he's getting roughed up, where he's getting hurt. He'll start fast and he'll look good early on, but as the fight progresses, he starts getting ragged. He starts getting pinned down. He starts getting hit more often. And he managed to get through it against people at 160, 154. Is he really going to get through it at 168 against David Benavidez, who's really a 175 pounder? It's going to be interesting. I'll say that. I favor Benavidez in this fight. Again, because of the size, because of the youth, because of the energy. But I do expect Andrade to give him some problems along the way. And I'm certainly not counting Andrade out. He does have the skills to get it done, but is he big enough? Is he young enough? Let me know what you guys think in the comments.